Good morning and welcome to Tuesdays with Tana. This is our fourth session together already, and thank you for all of your emails and comments and insights. It's been really wonderful to talk to each of you. Today what I wanted to talk about is the importance of starting to do a bit of research when we want to remember who we are when coming from authentic self. And so I'm going to talk to you about how you can go about doing that, and one of the tools that's been really helpful for me, the Enneagram. So my wish for you today, for each of you, is that for 5 minutes in your life that you could hold up a mirror and see who you are without the judgments and the criticisms, just for 5 minutes to really take in the amazing person who you are. And how we can start to get a picture of that. Because if we have a strong inner critic, it can be hard for us to accept this great person who we are, is we can start doing some research. And we can do that research in a number of different ways. One way is we can talk to friends and family. We can ask them the question, who am I when I'm at my best? What are my gifts in the world? Just do a bit of research and ask them. Let them have some time to think about it, and then write it down. The next thing that we can do is, if you're in organizations or if you've had a chance to do different personality assessments, there are many out there, many great ones out there. Insights, Myers-Briggs, the Colby indicator, the Strengths Finders, there's also EQ or emotional intelligence. So there are many, many ones out there. And the one that has been really helpful for me in my life is, and I've used various other ones as well, has been this personality system called the Enneagram. And what the Enneagram is it's quite amazing actually. It's a 2,500-year-old personality system that, well, it originated 2,500 years ago in Eastern philosophies, and in the 30s it was brought into Europe, in the 70s into the US, into California, and is really gaining widespread acceptance into both leadership and personal development. So it's quite amazing. And what the Enneagram, the word Enneagram means is a 9-pointed symbol. Enneagram, 9-pointed symbol. And the personality system talks about 9 different types. And how it can be really helpful is to understand what is unique about my personality, what are the great parts of my personality, and what are the parts that I can start to let go of that may no longer serve me if I want to be my authentic self or realize my full potential as an individual. So the other thing about the Enneagram is that it crosses cultures and crosses genders, so it's really helpful for all of us to use if we choose to use it, if it's the right one for us. And that's the great thing about our journey that we're on, is we get to choose. So there may be other assessments, if you even want to use an assessment. There may be other ones that are more appropriate for you. But if you're interested, I've put some resources on the blog about the Enneagrams that you can do a bit of research. The exercise for today is that I'd like you to start your research. So we've been working on self-awareness for the last 3 sessions, and just becoming aware of what is it like to even think about authentic self in yourself and in other leaders. And what I'd like you to do as we go into action is I'd like you to do a bit of research. And I'd like you to ask 3 friends over the next 2 weeks, friends and or family, who am I when I'm at my best? That's the question. Who am I when I'm at my best? The other question you can ask is, what are my gifts in the world? What am I really great at? And to notice when they tell you how it feels and whether you're actually able to take that in or not. Because often, again, if we have a strong inner critic or a strong negative voice inside of us, inside of our minds, we have a hard time actually accepting the compliments about who we are. The other thing that you can do for research as an exercise is, if you're interested, is take a look at the resources for the Enneagram. And there are online assessments that you can do. There are books that you can read. You can pick up a book or order it. And there are simple assessments within the books. So I encourage you to assess your own type. I don't like to tell people what their types are. I like them to learn for themselves and to start a practice of self-study around the Enneagram and learning about who you are from your personality and who you are as authentic self or essential self, as we talked about last week, 2 weeks ago. So for today, relax into your authentic self and live the day with just a little bit more ease. Thanks so much, and I will see you again in 2 weeks.